Good morning, everybody. Sorry for the delay. Let's just get into it. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and this is our yoga basics. Let's go ahead and start in a comfortable seated space. You could be sitting on a pillow or a block. Feel free to say hello. If you're new here, please know that everything I say is purely a suggestion. Let me know of any modifications that you would like, or just say hello in the comments. Your legs could be straight out in front of you, or they could be crossed. Let's start to bring some intentional mindfulness into how we are in our bodies this morning, how we're occupying our frame, how we're occupying our breath. Eyes can be open or closed. Let's breathe in and sweep the arms up, encouraging the rib cage to open, encouraging a nice smooth breath. Exhale, hands through the center of the third eye, through our voice, into our heart. We'll invite a simple twist here. So your hands could be beside you or on the knee. Breath in, sitting up. Exhale, just ring out from the lowest part of your spine. Never force the body, but navigate where it wants to stop, where its max space is, what feels good, never straining or forcing. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's release. Feel the flesh and the tissues coming back into place. And we'll make our way over to the other side. Breath in, sitting up. Exhale, twisting. Becoming aware of our organs, our abdominal center, our rib cage, our heart housed within. And let's gently release. Let's breathe in, reach. If this doesn't feel good on the arms, don't reach very high. Hands to center. Some of us have shoulder injuries. Maybe skip that and just breathe. Good. Nice. Hello. I didn't put on my glasses, so I said I would say I could see you, and I think I'm fibbing. Hey, Bess. All right, let's lengthen the legs out in front of us. And let's vibrate the legs, stimulating them, pointing and flexing the toes and the ankles, ankle rotations. Change direction. Now let's take the hands and just gently massage the bones, the flesh. Just say good morning. Greet the body. And let's go ahead and bend the knees a little bit. Chest is lifting. Breath in. Lift the chest. Stretch it upward. Make some space. So compressed throughout our work life, throughout our pandemic life. And let the upper body come forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. You can widen those knees to make space for your torso. Make space for yourself. And we'll bring the spine back up. Good. Let's go ahead and bring the bottoms of the feet together. So we've been elongated. We've done some twisting already and a little bit of folding. So don't hike the heels close to the groin if that creates strain in the back. So let's, again, navigate. Where's that line? Where's our edge of comfort, ability, ease? Breath in, lift the chest, and let's do some neck rotations while the chest is lifting. We're not in a hurry. We're not waiting for the yoga to begin. The yoga has begun. What are you connecting with right now within you? On a cellular tissue level? On a bone level? What are you connecting with and becoming aware of on a breath level? Gently change direction. What are you observing about how your physical self and your breath self are working together? how one is changing the experience for the other. Good. We'll come to center. Breath in. Exhale. Just lightly hinge forward. Don't have any preconceived notion or desire of how far you want that to go. Breathe in. Breathe out. And we'll gradually bring the chest back up. Good. If you can remember, we're going to change the cross of the legs. I'm going to bring my left hand down, lengthening the right arm up. You could always just pat yourself on the back here again if that shoulder is bothering you, or bring that hand to the hip. And we'll walk this left arm out. Gentle side bend. If you would like to add the arm or the armpit, that's fine. Now let's see if we can connect with our mind and our intentions, our desires. Are we being driven, or are we accepting and being in the moment? I've got nothing against drive and ambition, goals, but I also know how being driven has driven me into the ground, has driven my body to edges of some pain, some injury. Maybe allow that hand to come to the waist first, and let's gradually bring ourselves up. What did we get to feel on that whole right side of the body, the flesh, the bones, what wanted to move? Maybe work it out a little bit. And we'll get ready for the other side, bringing this hand down. Again, you could lengthen if you desire, or bring this hand here. You could even do this here. So know that you have options. We don't have to go to extremes. Maybe use a moment here as we're finding this side bend to reflect on, what did we experience energetically, emotionally this week? What extremes were there, and how do we want to counter that? How do we want to start to find some release, some ventilation for that? Not double down, triple down on extreme. We've got nothing to prove here. More doing with no resting just creates basically destruction and deterioration. That's not what we're here for. We're here to connect and grow, expand. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's gradually come on back up. God, let's find a few shoulder rotations. If you need to straighten those legs, go ahead. Now notice in the shoulder rotations, how much do we go up? How much do we go back? Down, forward? What directions are you mostly aware of in the range of movement in this very intricate joint? Can you feel how much the chest muscles have to expand so you can draw the shoulders back and away? Is that a direction we don't really spend much time or attention on? Oh, what does it afford us to feel and grow and expand if we can? How about the down? How does the neck respond to the down? Might be happy. As you push down with those shoulders, maybe lift the chin and feel, the strands of our neck saying, oh, yes, space, thank you. All of that compression we've been living with. We're going to take those legs out wide. Now, don't worry about going to any super duper extreme. We're not here in gymnastics class. This is just us feeling our hips and our bones, finding whatever angle that it can meet comfortably, but also finding where's the stop point right here in this moment. And let's feel the point in the flex. What do we notice in the groin and the inner thighs? How about the low back and the tummy? Good, and let's just gradually walk forward. Your body's going to say stop. I'm not going to ask you why you wanted to stop. I'm not going to push you to try to find something different. You feel out right now whether you have overdone anything. Are you reaching for a past memory of how this felt? Are you really being present here with what your spine, your vertebrae, your flesh, the folds of your skin, the inner thighs have to say? How about those arms and shoulders? Do they need to be stressing out? How about the weight of the thoughts in our head? Can we let that neck go and roll the spine up patiently? A little bit of a twist. Let's just see what happens. Now, are we only moving the shoulders? This is me taking those shoulders, and that's nice. It's sassy. I'm going to say, hey, if you want to do that, do that. But let's see also what other regions of the spine want to move. Where's the stop point? What does it feel like to breathe here? Can I feel the tummy expanding in this wringing out position? Ooh, gently release what feels good, what's letting go. Maybe check in. Love to give energy its time and its space. The release of energy is just as important as trying to engage in it. All right, and let's find the other side. Push the legs down while you do so. How does that change the experience? We can be isolating our thoughts on the spine, or we can add that anchoring with the legs. Let go of should and supposed to. And let's be here and just appreciate what we see and see everything that's right. Everything that feels interesting and good. Tantalizing. No buts, no despite, no even though. And let's gently come back and let's come forward. Maybe keep the chin lifted and see, hey, can I lengthen my neck like a turtle out of its shell? Hands down, I'm just going to pull the chest like an accordion a little bit. You don't have to do this. I'm stating what I'm doing in my body, and my body is saying yes to it. Your body could be like, hell no. And that's all right. Your yoga is helping you tune into listening and abiding by what you hear. Let's gradually bring ourselves up. We might need to help these legs in. I'm going to keep the feet down, chest up, try to keep the feet flat. If you want to hold the knees to help you really sit up tall in that chest, go ahead. Try not to lean back. Feel the tummy smooshing up against those thighs. Tummies move, they're flexible. So let's let the breath expand the tummy, and let's feel that expansion. Let's feel a bit of tummy strength holding us up. Maybe check in and let the arms go. Push the feet down. Feel the role that the legs have to play to help us engage in our center core. Hands out in front of us. Now, if that's getting to be too much on the back, just go ahead and bring the hands right here again. Bring the hands out and just gentle twist. Twist. No tension in the shoulders. Just gentle twisting. Try not to move the arms or the shoulders, just the mid-waist. Yeah. Push the feet down. Do you need a break? Be honest. Let go of should. Let's stop shoulding all over ourselves. Let's lift the chest, relax those arms. And we'll let the knees fall open. What's changed now in the groin? Second time here. Going from a neutral hip now to an open hip. Breath in, lift the chest. Exhale, take it forward. Breathe in and lift. Let's see, maybe flow. Exhale it forward. Breathing in. Exhale, hold, breathe. Don't force anything. If you want to take a nap here, take a nap. Be aware of all of your senses. Open the eyes. Feel your sense of sight. Don't identify things you're seeing. Just feel your eyes taking in color spectrum. It's a little bright for me, and yet a little dim. My light feels a little yellow. I can see texture and colors. Hear your ears hearing. Close sounds, far away sounds. Feel your sense of touch so complex. We feel touch inside of us, outside of us, on the skin level, temperature level. Taste, smell, and let's roll the spine up. Take your time as we bring ourselves upright to standing. Notice how you get there. Are we forcing? Are we grunting? Are the joints happy about the choices we've made? Could we have done it in a calmer, slower manner? Have we even thought about how did I get up? Let's bring our feet to a neutral position. They don't have to be together if you'd like them together, and that feels neutral. It feels good on your knees and thighs. Great. But if this is more comfortable, great. Just try not to be wide. So feet just under our hips. And let's just take the hips side, side. Are we aware of where our head is? Can our head be over our shoulders and over our hips? Or is it way back here? Here, I'll come over here this way. Do we know where our head is? Do we know where our head is? Maybe we need to get out of our head. Let's bring our head over the shoulders, over the hips. Good. Hold and reach. So for me, I've moved my left hip to the left, and I'm reaching that left arm. Breathe. Good. Come to center. Send the other hip over. Push that leg down. If you want to add this in, let the breath expand the flesh from the inside out. Start to be aware of the difference of us working muscles from the outside in and working muscles from the inside out. Good. We're going to take those arms out and up. Breath in. Exhale. Bring the hands to the shoulders. And we'll bring the elbows in, down, out, back, up, together, down, out, back, elbows up. Feel that range. Can they touch? That's just a question. Not saying it needs to be any sort of goal. Let's change direction. Move your spine with. Move your neck with. Feel. Love the range that you're feeling. Let go of what it is that you want. Don't want something more than we even know what we're experiencing right now, fully appreciating what's right here, right now. Let's widen those legs out. Maybe don't go to your max. And let's feel the hips again. Maybe we're feeling different parts of that hip socket. And you can feel the bones moving, that ball and socket moving, feeling the flesh wrapping around those areas. I get a little crampy over here. Now let's go forward, side, back, side, forward. Little hip rotations. Massage inside of that ball socket. Maybe don't lock the knees. Do you even know if your knees are locked? Now hang out in a certain direction if it's talking to you. And for me, that's right here. The front of these hip flexors needed that. I'm going to soften my knee so my back isn't taking that so badly. Good. And I'm just going to pause whenever I feel the need to pause. That's an interesting feeling here. Good. Change direction. And it's perfectly fine if yours has taken on like dance choreography. Notice how your feet are supporting you here. Are you super clenching in your feet? Or are the feet relaxed? How about the calf muscles? What are the calf muscles doing as you're doing this? Is there tension in the arms? Could we totally ragdoll this? How would that feel? How do the muscles in the spine and the ribs respond? And now I'm just going to come all the way forward. Let the upper body go. Lightly bend the knees. Legs strong and supporting, but not straining. Take that in. Internalize that. Legs strong and supporting, but not straining. Feet strong and supporting, but not strain. And let's just gently bend the left knee, keep the butt pooching back, and then bend over into the right knee, shifting, feeling a stretch maybe in the left leg, back and forth. Feel your flesh hanging from your bones. Love this whole body container, keeping what needs to stay inside, but freely exchanging with the atmosphere, letting go of what is no longer serving us. We'll come to center and bring the hands to the floor. Some of you might want to have a block now out in the floor in front of us. And we can shift forward and back. Maybe even trust lifting the toes and rocking on the heels. Coming forward, you can come up onto the tippy toes. Feel your arches and your ankles. So strong. Shift back into the heels. Maybe lift the toes. Stretch the muscles in the backs of the calves, your Achilles tendon. And then forward one more time. Maybe come onto the tippy toes. Maybe you're done with that. Can you move the muscles inside of the ankles? How about squeezing the backs of the calves? Ooh, and let's lower the heels down. Right hand down to the floor beneath our face, twisting the chest to the left. And just bring your left hand to the low back and push the tailbone down a little as you're twisting. Let the tummy breathe. Nice. Let's gently switch, okay? So bring the left hand down. If your wrists are sensitive, you can make a fist and rest on the knuckles of the fist. We're going to revolve, feel this side. Right hand to the low back, maybe pushing down, twist. Can you feel space being created between your vertebrae? Lifting the weight of the world off of us. Reversing some of the effects of that gravity, that gravitational pull, that compression. And release. Deep breath. Ha. Let's walk it over to the left leg and give it a hug. You can keep that leg as straight as you like. And we'll walk it over to the right leg and give it a little hug. Maybe you don't give it a hug at all. Check your toes, your ankles, your calves, your shins, the backs of your knees, no strain. Feel your upper back, your mid back breathing. Come on back to center. Lightly bend the knees, so buckle them down a little bit and curve your spine upright to standing. Keep the chin in toward the chest as you're coming up. Yes, Puma has decided to join us today. Let's bring our hands behind our back. Find your interlace. Maybe hold a strap. Open the collarbones. Good. Let's work the chin up and down. Good. I'm going to lift my right toes, spin on the right heel, and bend. Keep turning the chest to the left a little. And let's straighten. And as we bend again, watch my knee. I'm not going to let it go past that heel, really. And straighten. And bend. Now, if you're feeling pretty good, maybe wiggle that left foot back a little, widening it out. And you can be like, oh, no, that's not for me. That's cool. And some of us go into it and think it's for us and go, let's back that up and bring that up a bit. Okay? Everything is impermanent. We can change everything. But be willing to step in and feel, find a new experience. Open the collarbones, grow tall through the chest. Stand in those strong, flexible legs. And let's straighten. I'm going to spin on that heel and spin on this heel. Now I'm going to take these arms out this time and sink. Now let the arms float. What does floating feel like? Can you feel the weight of both arms? Where the arms aren't holding themselves anymore. They're just the bones in the shoulders. are suspending and holding the weight of those arms. Let the wrists go. How heavy are your hands? How heavy are your forearms? Let's straighten and sink. And straighten and sink. Good. Let's straighten. Let's spin on the left heel. Give ourselves a great big old hug. Creep the fingertips behind you. I know for me, this is like the most full frontal hug that I've gotten all year, so I try to make it worth all of its weight in gold. I'm going to lift those elbows. And come forward. Now, if you can hang on, hang on. Kind of amplifies a bit of the upper body weight. It might help. A little stretching in the back. Your knees can be soft. And try to encourage yourself to feel the sagging weight of your head, your neck, your whole chest, your whole spine. Letting the arms go. Rolling that spine up. Nice. We're going to spin on this right heel one more time. Good. I'm going to bring this right elbow and reach. Now let's see about getting a little bit fancy. All right. We'll bring this left hand down to the floor near that right foot. If you'd like to have that block here, go ahead. But if the hand reaches the floor, fine. Spin onto your left toe. Maybe dip into the hip, maybe not. Spin that foot back. Bring yourselves back to the side angle. Thrust the hips forward a little bit. Who knew what the body could do, where it could go, the shapes we could be in, the shapes we would like. And let's straighten and spin. Good morning. I think I'm seeing D-Bay. You guys need to ding me because I didn't put my glasses on. I'm trying to remember to wear my glasses all the time. I'm going to spin on my left heel. Sink into that left knee. Let me get this block and bring it with me. Sink, chest up. Feel the body maybe opening up to new ranges of movement. And then we'll bring this elbow here. Hips forward. Ooh. Nice. If you like, reach. Wiggle the toes. Feel your contact with the floor. How are you greeting the floor? How are you standing in this body on the earth right now? Now, here comes a little fun if you want. You could skip it. You could be like, I'm going to watch y'all do that. Right hand to the floor or the block, spinning onto the left toe. You can let that left hand come down and support you as well. Sinking into the hip, pulling the chest up. All right, I'm going to spin that right foot flat again. Bring that left elbow to the knee. I know we might be feeling some fire here. Opening that chest. Bringing ourselves back up. Straighten that leg. Spin on that heel. Good. And let's just heel toe. Heel toe. Heel toe. Nice. Take your time. Take your time. Feel the muscles that it takes to do that. Feel like a fun, funky way of moving. And then let's come to toes, heels, toes, heels. Good. All right. Move this out of the way. Actually, I don't know what I'm doing. Move that. That is the truth. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's come on up to the top of our mat. Let's breathe in and lift the arms, bend the knees, sink the butt back. Pull the weight back into the heels, scoop the tailbone under a little bit. Come up to standing. Lift the right knee, so stand in the left leg. See it that way. Stand in the left leg. Reach that heel out in front of us. Bring that knee back up. Don't gauge how high I'm doing anything. You just settle that, okay, that's me straightening that leg. That's me bending this knee. Bring this knee back down. Check in. Did I breathe? Breathe in and lift the arms and the chest. Bend the knees. Sink the butt back. Chair. Stay as relaxed and calm as you can. Come back up to standing. Keep the feet soft, the ankles soft, our mind soft. Shifting our weight into the right leg and lift the left leg. Standing on one leg, boom. Straightening that left leg, boom. Bringing this left knee up. Good. One more time if you like. And bring that foot down. Breathe in. Let's lift. Maybe send the hips forward. Stretch the upper body. And let's take the upper body forward. Deep breath. Make a sound. Let's do that again. Try not to control what the sound sounds like. Let it be as goofy, let it be as weird, as maybe terrifying of a sound as you can. Deep breath. We'll bring our hands down. Let's come on back to hands and knees. Let go of control and just hear sound for sound. When we're using our eyes in our yoga practice, let's just invite sight for sight, not to identify a thing. And it's hard, especially home yoga, right? We see stuff and we get distracted and we go, I need to fix that, I need to clean that, and all that kind of stuff. It's a distraction. But we get to notice how much our sight can be a distraction, and how can we bring some mindset of appreciation. Like, wow, this is my eyes feeling this spectrum of light. I like this spectrum. Or, I might want to dim that. Let's shift left and right. Just to feel shapes, colors. Go, I am receiving sight. And I can soften my gaze. And we'll shift back to the heels. Shift forward to the hands. Tuck the toes. Lift the butt, drop the head, breath in, stretch your back, not your shoulders, knees down, softly, gently. Feel how you get there. And we'll let the butt sink back toward the heel. One more, coming forward. Spread the fingers wide. Tuck the toes, push the butt up, drop the head down, press your heels back. They never have to touch the floor. And then knees down. Good. I'm going to step my right foot up. Now, for some of us, that's about as far as it comes. But let's just see. Let's see. How far can it come for me to place that and bring that back? I'm going to do the other side. Lift, place, and bring that back. One more time, right side. Lift, open the hip, step. Now help it up there if you need. Now I'm going to wiggle this right foot over to the left. And I'm going to bring this right knee down. Some of you might want to bring a block under your right hip here, because it might be nowhere near kissing the ground. Now I've straightened my left knee back behind me. Now we've arrived at this segment of our program where we're having all kinds of props can help make this far more of a comfortable seat. Asana means comfortable seat, not twist yourself up like a pretzel. All right, so let's sit up. We probably are all feeling different kinds of ranges of intensity. Maybe it's going on in this right butt. Maybe it's going on in the front of that left hip and thigh. Maybe you're feeling your tummy stretching, your low tummy. Send the breath down there. Add to that tummy feeling. And then, if you like, we'll come forward. You don't have to. This could be more than enough. I'm going to get this block out of the way for me. And you all, I want you to know that there are different sizes of blocks. And so, especially as many of us are starting to explore more practicing at home, where we're not going to an environment that has all of the toys and the things for us, that you might want to explore getting a couple of different sizes of blocks. Maybe you want to explore getting a couple of different kinds of material. You can get a really light foam. These are the hard cork. They even come in wedge shapes, which can often alleviate some pressure on your wrists. They even come curved and round like an egg. I'll show you mine in a minute. There are thin, small ones, big, thicker. And then some have been to the studio. No, I've got some that are like 3 foot tall. Breathe in. Breathe out. Give your body time to trust that it can let go. You scan in with yourselves right now. What have you let go of? What can you deliberately send a message to in your body right now to let go? And feel it. Feel it sinking, feel it sagging. What did you learn when you did that? Maybe you had thought it was already released. Maybe you didn't know that there was more that could be let go of. The body, energy, reveals to you so much that we didn't already know. And let's slowly bring the chest up. All right, I want us to go back in reverse. So I'm just going to bring the hands down here. Coming back into this left knee and stepping this right knee back. Now, if you want to work that out, feel free. You don't need to ask permission to move in your body any way that it wants to express or explore or play. When you're ready, we'll step the left foot up, feel where it wants to go first. And then if you need to help it up there, help it up there. You want to bring this foot over, bringing this heel closer to the groin, settling my left knee down. Maybe go ahead and get a block or a rolled up blanket and bring it under your left butt if you need. Now I've got my right kneecap facing the floor. That might be a hard adjustment. We might start angled more this way. And over time, time, days, months, years, this tissue may start to say, oh, okay, I can let go here. Start to notice, what does your tension in different areas of your body represent for you? Is it a fear? Is it a lack of trust? Is it an old injury? Is it a lack of belief because it's a way in which it has never felt or been or stretched before? So our tension representing how we greet the unknown. Maybe our tension is representing holding on, still clinging, holding on, clenching, white knuckling. What are we white knuckling onto? It could be an old conversation from this week that you're just not letting it go. So that tension then is representing a resentment. The body gets to tell us the story, the true story, the remembered story. And this time in our yoga mat helps us have that conversation. So start to have the conversation. Hey, I recognize that fear. That fear is valid, but is that fear right here? Is there anything for us to fear right here? And if there is, give ourselves something to feel safe, change something. If there isn't, console the fear. Give your body a way of feeling safe. Maybe don't push it beyond its edges. And then if you're ready or want to, we get to come forward and we get to feel a whole new spectrum of sensations, resistances, maybe even yummy yield. So what's really the story underneath of the sensations and the emotions that are going on in the body? The different shapes or poses give us an opportunity to confront, to introduce ourselves to reframe or reshape, to heal. Feel your breath. Let your breath be a part of this process. A very important member of the party. The breath helps move the issues, lets things not get stagnant or stuck. Transformation and change can be just so minute. For our perspective to just shift a little. For the body to start to carry things just a little differently. When you're ready, let's gradually bring ourselves upright. This time I'm just going to shift the weight into the left hip and bring the legs forward. Nice. I'm going to move my pillow out of the way, but if you want to have your pillow for a supported bridge in a moment, go ahead and just have it nearby. I'm not going to use it. I might take the block though. Let's lower ourselves down. Now, you can guide yourself down, and depending on what's going on your back, your hips, you might want to gently bring yourself down with care. Some of you might be like, okay, I think I want to see, can my torso lower itself down in a controlled manner? Feel the role the feet have. Place. Maybe we fall, maybe we drop, and we just get to learn, okay, I could control it up to that degree and be okay with what happens. Bottoms of the feet together, knees falling open. Breath in. Breath out. We'll bring those inner thighs together. Draw one knee to the chest. Feel your back on the floor. Feel the flesh in your back softening and stretching as you pull that knee toward your chest. And then we'll bring the other leg in, feeling that folding creates a stretch on the other side of the fold. Breathe into the compressed part of the fold. Breathe into the stretchy part of the fold. We can let the arms go and let the knees fall to the left, twisting our spine, letting go of the illusion of control until the small muscles wrapping around your vertebrae, that they can let this happen. Left and right, up and down, going on at the same time. And we'll bring ourselves up to center and over to the other side. Let your body weight rely on the support of the floor. Notice, do we still have muscles that are tensing, saying, I must be needing to do something? And can we look at that with amusement and go, no, there's nothing for you to do. This is that passive space. And can we let the body open to the passive space, releasing energetic tension as well as physical tension? What role does the mind have to play? The mind to tell the body it's okay. The mind to be convinced that there's nothing that it needs to do here. The mind to be content with nothingness, with non-doing. And that's where I usually run into all of the chorus of but that's going on inside of my brain. Because my mind is so enamored with itself, it truly believes that, I need it to handle everything. When I actually need it to let go, to have a little bit of trust, to have a little bit of rest, to embrace surrender as a superpower. My consciousness needs a little convincing. We'll bring the knees back to center. And let's bring the feet down. Separate the feet a few inches apart. So now if you want to get your rolled up blanket or pillow, we're going to lift the hips. You can take a block. We're going to lift the hips and slide the pillow, the block, the blanket underneath of the tailbone. So have the pressure point just above the tailbone. So it's resting on your sacrum, not in the small of your back. So we're giving support to the hips and then let the weight of the hips sink into the block. Let your arms go. Have a conversation with your mind and say thank you, but no thank you. Have a conversation with your body, noticing muscles and nerve bundles that are trying to do something. Thank you, but no thank you. Maybe play with straightening one leg out to the front of the mat. Feel that stretch in the groin, the hip, the back. Feel your breath. Gently switch that out if you're exploring that sensation. If you want to stay there and hang out for a bit, cool. There's a lot to explore and feel there. Maybe you're done with intense feel and you're ready for some subtleties. Have we spent time with intention with that? On a day-to-day basis, do we go, you know what, I need to spend more time with subtlety? There's nothing wrong with that. There's great benefit to adopting that perspective, that practice. Then we'll get to notice all of the aspects of our lives that we experience with intensity and how much nuance and subtlety can help us recalibrate and have a more balanced experience in life. We'll bring both feet in if you're ready. Gently push down through the feet, lift the hips. Now let's keep the hips up. Move your block, your blankets out of the way, and just hold this bridge. Let the backs of your shoulders provide support for you. Let your body weight sink there. Pushing the thighs up, hips up, deep breath. Now stay lifted and let it be subtle. You express that subtlety in your hands, your arms, your shoulders, your chest, your face. Experience a more subtle and a more subtle bridge. How subtle can you be in your thighs, your buttocks, your spine, your core muscles? How subtle can you be in your breath? We'll gently lower the hips down, keep the feet where they are, and let's let the knees just rock left and right. Oh, calm the center. Straighten the legs out toward the front of your mat. Let your feet fall open and heavy. If you'd like to swing your legs up onto the sofa or up against a wall, go ahead. Kick your feet up. Get your body in a relaxed, chilled out state. Nice deep breath in. Sigh it out softly, slowly. And arrive in this yoga pose of stillness, observing our mind and its activity, our breath and its activity. Our bodies and any activity in the body. We'll start to invite some simple movements and express them in the fingers, the ankles, maybe rocking your head left and right, subtle movement in the neck. Send some appreciation to all of your bodily functions. Feel your saliva, your mucous membranes. Feel your lungs, your windpipe. Feel breath coming in the body, nourishing your cells. Feel your carbon dioxide leaving the body, expelling our toxins. Maybe bring your hands to your abdomen, massage your organs a little, appreciative of all that the stomach, the liver, our intestines are doing. Feel your skin doing what it's doing for us, keeping everything on the inside, but it's communicating so much about the outside. And we'll gradually come on up to sitting, patient. Good. Let's find a comfortable way of sitting. You could be sitting on a block or a pillow. Oh, I had wanted to show, I had talked about different shapes of kinds of blocks. And this is called a yoga egg or namaste egg. It's a foam egg-shaped block. Really great for the back, for some curves in the back, you know. One of their mottos or sayings, I guess a slogan might be the word I'm looking for, is that because the body has no right angles. And I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Let's take a moment and honor the space of transition. There are no hard stop endings of energy, action, experience. Everything has a transition. I know that I've been trying to work on transition space more lately. And I notice I have this tendency of going, well, this thing to this next thing, and that my energetic self, my mental self, can't do hard shifts. So let's let this be a space of transition where we're emerging from our practice into a space that's just the transition. Not in a hurry for whatever is that next thing. And experiencing what is in the here and now. Not being in a I'm getting to, whatever is the next thing. Breathe in this space with acceptance, with awareness, with growth, with love. A transition is not a discarded space. It's not a drive-by location. It's a space of being. It's a space of restoration. It's a space of saturation and learning and growth, transformation. One hand to the heart, one hand to the belly if you wish. Feel that contact, receive that contact. A single Om. If you want to join, just feeling the vibrational energy of sound waves coming through us, out of us, and mingling together with each other's sound waves eventually. Deep inhale. You could just sit silently if you wish. And hands to the heart center. When my sound ripples meet up with your sound ripples, we are a chorus. Namaste. Thank you all so very much for letting me share my practice of yoga with you, and for you coming and joining and sharing with. It's been my deep honor over this year, over all of these years, to be able to see you and be seen, and to be allowed to grow and share this practice with you. That's what I've got to share, and you let me. So thank you. I hope that you all go forth and continue to share your ripples with abundance and kindness and care. If you want to come on back at 11:30 for our Empower Yoga, come on back at 11:30. It's going to be a little swifter. It's going to be a little crazier. I get a little loonier as the day goes on. So you just get more loony me. And if it's in your heart or your pocket, Victoria! Got some Wakanda forever for you, girl. D-Bay, what's up? Shaylin, thank you. Hey, Kathy, Amber, nice little crew this morning. Please feel free to share our videos if it's of interest to you, if anything that you benefited from it, you feel others can. Great, really appreciate it. If it's in your heart or your pocket and you want to give a donation, please feel free, paypal.me/justbeyoga. It has great to see everyone. Be safe. Get out and about today safely. Big distance. I meant maybe on a hike. Yeah, a hike. Because being outside is the way in which I get to have some sense of freedom as well as connection with others. All right, you all. Peace and